My name's Nicky Strang. This is Humblebee Crafts studio in Deloraine Creative Studios in Deloraine.
What do you do?
I do lots of things. I do disability care, but in this space I do obviously sales of art and craft supplies and sewing supplies, but I also do workshops, a wide range of crafts. I do lots of different crafts here, from paper crafts to sewing crafts, wire flowers, jelly printing, you name it. And I also do diversional therapy work with NDIS participants, integrating therapeutic strategies into creative activities that are more meaningful.
And you're an author?
I am a children's book author.
What do you have anything that you particularly enjoy doing, or do you like the variety?
I love the variety, but I love being with people, and I love being creative and being with creative people. And I love Deloraine. I love Tasmania.
Can you talk about your journey to Deloraine? How long you've been here, and when you moved here, and why you wanted to move here?
I had been living in Queensland for quite some time, and I didn't enjoy it. It was too hot. Obviously, I'm not from Australia originally. And I came to Tasmania on a holiday and stayed in Deloraine, fell in love with Deloraine, decided no more summers in Queensland. I'd spend summers down here, and came here in 2003, beginning of December 2003, with a view to spending 2 to 3 months and then going back, resuming my business and my work. After 3 weeks, I rang Queensland, quit my job, shut my business, and never went back, and stayed here. And here I am to stay.
Is there anything in particular in Deloraine and the Meander Valley that really drew you, other than you talked about the temperature, other artists, the scenery?
I love that it's a real creative hub. I love that there's all forms of creativity here. We've got painters and potters and artists and sewers and lovely Cindy down the road that does the embroidery. There's so many wonderful artists here. Julie McDonald, oh gosh, I could go on. And I love that this is a real creative space that is accepting and encouraging of that creative spirit. It's not shunned or ridiculed, it's celebrated.
What sort of memorable moments have you had so far?
Oh my gosh, where do I start? So many. Everything from standing atop the Vale of Beauvoir, looking down on the scenery, seeing platypus, going bushwalking, of course the beautiful people of Deloraine, beautiful people I've met, and meeting people through here, people coming in to Humblebee Crafts and sharing their joys and experiences. Just being here is magic.
What are some of the challenges that you've had being here so far?
In this space, I wouldn't call them challenges. I suppose every new business takes time to take off, and people have to get used to the fact that you're here. And particularly because I took over from a successful business that was run by the beautiful Lisa, people have to get used to the fact that you do things a little differently, that I've branched into arts and crafts as well. I wouldn't call them challenges, I'd just call them just starting again.
What is it like being a part of the creative studio?
It's lovely. It's lovely being surrounded by creative people. It's inspiring. And it might just be, every day I walk around the studio and I look at other artists' work and I see something different every day. And it inspires me. It might be the colour that they've used, or it might be a material that they've used, and I'll come back here and off goes my imagination.
How do you think people find you and come in? Where do they say it? Is it on the internet, or do they just get word of mouth? Have you had a bit of a consistent theme on how people come into the studios or come in to find you?
3 main sources are word of mouth has been a big one, and Facebook Obviously social media is very big, and people who come into the studio themselves then see the sign out the front and they come in and have a look around, and then again it comes back to word of mouth and then Facebook, and it's a cyclical process.
I imagine, because you're arts supplies in Deloraine, or there's very limited art supplies opportunities and obviously lots of creative and art people. My question is, why do you think people should support local?
When you buy local, and particularly when you pay cash and buy local, you're supporting the local community. The money stays locally. It's not going to a big corporation and being dispersed to shareholders nationwide and worldwide. When you buy locally, the money's going to the local football club, the local families, feeding their families, local businesses and the like. So I try and buy local myself. I try to stay away from the big companies and shop at the smaller shops.
What are your plans here? Workshops?
Gosh, lots more workshops.
Different products? Yeah, what sort of workshops are you thinking about?
In September I've got coming up pocket scrapbooking, jelly printing, a patchwork class, which is this 3D patchwork behind me, card making in preparation for Christmas, gift boxes. So later on there'll be paper making, lampshade making, and with each month I expand the craft range. So I've just taken on a new wholesale contact, so there'll be more craft products coming in all the time. I just had 86 bolts of batiks come in the last week. More bolts arriving over the next few months.
A bolt, did you say?
A bolt. So a bolt is a roll of fabric.
Okay.
And they range in how many metres, but
Gotcha.
the actual roll of fabric is called a bolt.
Okay.
So yes, with art supplies and drawing supplies, I do take orders with a 50% deposit. So if somebody's looking for something in particular, they can always come and order it with me and I'll get it in as soon as I can.
Have you joined many sort of community groups or do other things within Deloraine?
I'm a member of Arts Deloraine.
Yep.
And we're almost ready to launch the Pocket Park very soon.
Yep.
I haven't really had a lot of time I do have local social contacts. There's a dinner ladies group and different things. But yes, once things settle a bit, I'll get into more of that thing. And I'm going into sound baths and frequency workshops as well. So once I've got the gongs and the forks, I just need to replace some of the bowls and then be doing.
Is that to make them or to play them?
To play them,
yeah,
to provide frequency sound baths for healing and creativity.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. What is your favourite part of the Meander Valley?
Oh gosh, it's got to be Deloraine, isn't it? And it's got to be around the river. Deloraine is wonderful, though Mount Roland has, I don't know if anybody else feels this, but when I drive past Mount Roland I get this feeling here it's almost magical. So the whole area is quite magnificent, but Deloraine's a special place, and I love being around the river and walking and seeing the platypus and the ducks and geese. And visitors, seeing visitors is lovely, fresh faces all the time.